Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Double-A Baseball on the show coming your way. It's the San Antonio Missions taking on the Arkansas Travelers. First pitch coming your way next.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your Arkansas Travelers.
We are just about ready for baseball. And starting this one, number 39. He's going to need to command all 4 of his pitches to have a great game in this one. If one of those 4 isn't working, it makes it a lot easier for hitters to guess what's coming. And that's not a situation he wants to find himself in. Stepping to the plate now for San Antonio, Albert Fabian.
The left fielder, number 30, Albert Fabian.
And we are underway.
First pitch, 7 o'clock.
Left-handed batter waiting.
Ball.
And now the 2-0.
Hey! 2 balls, 1 strike.
Right through there for a strike. Ground ball to second. Done. Now 1 out.
Got him.
Batting second.
Take a look at this lineup. With the wind blowing out, this could be a slugfest from this lineup. I'm sure all the power guys are licking their chops, hoping to elevate and celebrate. Outfielders will need to not come in too fast on pop flies because those can carry in a hurry. Ethan Salas getting ready to hit.
Nope. Ball 1.
1 out and the base is empty. In there at the knees. And that's strike 1. Slider clips the zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground to the right side. Windish. Out.
Out.
Batting third, the center fielder, number 14, Joshua Mears.
Next to hit for the Missions, Joshua Mears. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. The 0-1. And there's a strike.
No
2
ball,
outs,
2
base
strikes.
is empty. That one just
outside.
misses. And after not getting the call on the outer half, he's just trying to get some clarification for where it missed. One-two offering. This one in the air to right, Montez. And that is out number 3. End of a half inning of play, no score. Welcome back. And today's starter, Jason Blanchard. He's got 4 pitches to choose from on the mound, and we'll see how he mixes and matches as the game goes on. If he can get through the lineup the first time using
Leading
just
off
2,
for
maybe
Arkansas,
3 of them,
the
he'll have a
second
better
baseman,
chance to
Nick.
work deep into this one and hold something back for later. Ready to go for the last half of the inning? Coming up to the dish for Arkansas, Nick Dunn.
Outside, that's a ball.
off the mark. Ball 1. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. That's one of the hardest
ball,
pitches
1
for a
strike.
batter to handle, especially a lefty. Big, sweeping break, and it keeps bending away from you. Hit hard, but foul off to the left. Here's the 1-2 offering. Struck the batter out without a swing. Frozen with the heater at the knees.
Batting second, the shortstop.
Next up for the Travs, Michael Arroyo.
Arroyo.
Fastball in for a strike. Left field getting pretty deep. That one's gone. A solo blast. And they lead it. It's 1-0. When you throw the 2-seamer to the inside half, you can't let it fade back to the heart of the plate. The hitter saw that one coming toward the danger zone, and he pounced. That was a fat pitch to hit. Next to hit, Hogan Windish.
That's a ball.
Next one's popped in the air into right. Makes the catch. And let's take a look at this lineup.
Batting fourth, the right fielder, Lazaro Montez.
Digging in for the Travelers, Lazaro Montez. That one pushed to the left and foul. Next pitch, in for a strike. Fights that one off, will reset and do it again. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on the solo shot. It's now 1-0. Got unique needs in redoing your basement? Call Montresor Basement Design and ask for Fortunato. Top half of the second from North Little Rock. Turned on but foul wide of third. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. Yanked that changeup back. Just diabolical. Rips this one to short. And there's one down.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 7.
Coming up to the dish for San Antonio, number 7. That's off the mark. Inside. And that is ball 1.
Yeah.
Batter just wants to get a read on his stuff. That was a meaty pitch, but he let that one go, maybe to get the timing. Could be ready for it if he gets it again. Fly ball to right. Makes the grab for the second out.
Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Cole Roederer.
Next up, the designated hitter, Cole Roederer. That one finds the zone. Really spotting the fastball well early in this one. If he can continue to do that, it should be a solid game.
Ball 1.
2 down and nobody aboard. Here in the top of the second. This one lifted in the air, left field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And that's the end of the inning. Now to the bottom of inning number 2. The Travelers with the lead, 1-0. On to the bottom of the second. Here's the left fielder, Jared Sundstrom. Puts it in the air to center. 1 away.
Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Ryland.
And now the DH, Ryland Thomas. That one missed. Ripped on the ground to second. 2 gone now.
He's out.
Batting seventh, the center fielder, Victor.
And the next batter, Victor Labrada. Liner into center. That ends the inning. It's a 1-2-3 inning. We move on to the third inning. Now the third baseman, Gendry Rojas. In the air to left. Fair ball. Around first, hustling for two. Safe at second with a leadoff double. No time wasted here. Well, he flared that out into shallow left, and it's a really tough ball for the third baseman and left fielder to get to, as you saw. That's a fluky base hit. Digging in for the missions, Nerwillian Cedeno. Lifted in the air to right center. There to make the catch. Tags up from second, heads to third.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 94.
So up next, Leodalis de Vries.
Hey! 0-1's the count.
And this one lifted to left. Pretty deep. Snags that one. And that should get the job done. Runner tagging from third. He's in to score on the sac fly.
Now
It's
batting, the left
1-1.
fielder, Albert Fabian.
Stepping to the plate now for San Antonio, Albert Fabian. Grounded out the first time up. Fabian stands at 6 foot even, 215 pounds, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. We're here in the top half of the third. 1 run in the inning so far. There's a strike. Two outs and nobody aboard.
Hey!
That slider just spun up in the zone. If it's in a hittable spot, it could go a long way. Just
Ball 2.
misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tied up here early in the ball game. That's a strikeout looking. Fastball at the letters for strike 3. But they push across 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, no one left. Moving on now to the home half of the third inning. All tied 1-1. All set for the bottom of the third, and now Yoiner Fajardo. Runner aboard on the leadoff single. That was over in a hurry. Efficient way to get a hit. Nice line drive cut there. Had everything working smoothly on the swing. That's one to try and replicate. And they've got some choices now with good speed on the bases. Nick Raposo will hit next.
Hey!
The 0-1 from the lefty. Right through there for a strike. Wouldn't be surprised to see the runner break from first, trying to stay out of the double play. Now here's the 0-2. Gets a piece there, will do it again. A little inside conscious now, and maybe the pitcher will target the outer half of the plate. Go ahead, run it first. Nobody out. Here in the back end of the third inning. Swing lifted to left field. There's one down.
Now batting, second baseman, Nick Dunn.
Now it's the second baseman, Nick Dunn. Went down on strikes the first time through. That one fouled off. Runner at first, one away. Little chopper rolls foul. Swings and misses, struck him out. Coming up to the dish
Now
for Arkansas, Michael Arroyo. Already a solo homer in this one.
Arroyo.
Ball, that's out.
And now 2-0.
That's ball two.
Late swing, fouled off. Fajardo leads off of first with 2 away. Up the middle, Cedeno. And that'll wrap this inning up. 1 hit, 1 left. We move on to inning number 4. All tied 1-1. On to the 4th. Coming up to the dish for San Antonio, Ethan Salas. A laser into the outfield. And there's 1 away.
The center fielder, number 14, Joshua Mears.
Here's the center fielder, Joshua Mears. Ball 1 there.
Counts 1-0.
He must have been sitting on something off speed.
1-1. One ball, two strikes.
Swings through it for the K. 2 quick outs in the top of the 4th. And now the first baseman, Marcos Castañón, 0 for 1 so far. Grounds this one up the middle. Done. And that's a 1-2-3 inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. On now to the bottom of the 4th. All tied 1-1. Bottom of the inning, stepping to the plate for Arkansas, Hogan Windish.
Aye.
Swing and a miss. And that is strike 2. That's some great arm action from him to sell the changeup. Goes down looking for the strikeout. 1 gone leading off the 4th.
The right fielder,
next up for the Travs, Lázaro Montes. Struck out swinging the first time. He swings and fouls one off. Popped in the air, left field. Out number 2.
The left fielder, number 32, Jared.
So 2 down now, and here at the plate, Jared Sundstrom. He didn't start his windup before the pitch timer expired, and it's an automatic ball. 2 outs, base is empty. And the 1-1. Liner, base hit. Gets on base and keeps it going. Got out in front, but didn't allow the wrists to yank that one into foul ground. That's a good example of extending through the swing and following through to line that pitch into the outfield for a hit. Ryland Thomas now at the plate. 0 for 1, grounded out the first time around. Smoke to shortstop, but caught. They strand one. 5th inning coming up, tied at 1. All set for the start of this inning. At the plate, the right fielder. High in the air, out to right. It's pretty deep. Puts it away for the out. Almost got the inning started with a bang on that fastball. I'm sure he wishes he could have put that over the wall. And now at the plate, Cole Roederer. Soft contact in the air, Arroyo. And there's 2 down.
The batter, the third baseman, Gendry Rojas.
So digging in, Gendry Rojas cracked a double the first time at bat. That's a slider for a strike. Such a close game. The next team to score could take all the momentum they need. And that's
Ball,
off
that's
the
off the
inside
plate.
edge.
That's
The
ball
pitcher's
2.
approaching him much more cautiously after he gave up the double the first time around. Two outs and nobody aboard. That's a base hit. He's already
Now
2 for
batting,
2 with a
second
single and a
baseman,
double, and
Nerwillian
moseying right along to set up a
Cedeno.
chance at the cycle. So up next, Nerwillian Cedeno.
Oh and 1. Ball.
And that one hammered. It's carrying. Bangs off the wall. Couldn't
Now
have timed it
batting,
up
number
any better
94.
than that. Good solid contact on that hit and even better placement. These days when the ball gets hit to center, you almost expect that center fielder to run it down and make the catch. So 2 on and 2 out. Digging in for the missions, Leodalis DeVries. Breaking ball in there for a strike. This outing has gone well for him so far, and part of that is because he's thrown better than 70% of his first pitches for strikes. That certainly helps. We're in the top of the 5th inning. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. Next pitch, in for a strike. Not sure he was ready to hit. Took the first 2 pitches for strikes. Time for him to battle now. Grounder up the middle and handles this chance. Inning over. 2 left on. Home half of the 5th coming up. All tied 1-1. Bottom half of the 5th, and the Travelers batting.
Yeah.
This outing has gone well for him so far, and part of that is because he's thrown better than 70% of his first pitches for strikes. That certainly helps. Fly ball, left field, Fabian. And there's one down.
Now batting, the third baseman, Joyner.
Joyner Fajardo digs in now. 1 for 1 with a single so far. If you're looking to go cycling around Little Rock, check out the Big Dam Bridge. At more than 4,200 feet, it's the longest bridge in North America never used by cars or trains.
Hey! I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And it's foul, and the at-bat keeps going. 1-2 now. Struck out looking for the backwards K. Strike 3 called on a slider at the knees. Here's the catcher, Nick
Now
Raposo.
batting, the catcher, Nick Raposo.
Right through there for a strike. 2 down and nobody aboard. Bottom half of the 5th. That one in the air to center field. Mears on the way over. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. We've played 5 full, tied at 1 run apiece. We're back here at the ballpark. Start of the 6th. Ben Gelman bringing you this one. And leading off, Albert Fabian. Foul ball there. The 0-1. That one pushed foul. Gets a piece, stays alive. I'm sure he wants that pitch back. Now here's the 0-2. Ground ball, right side. And plenty of time to first.
Now batting, the catcher, Ethan Salas.
Stepping to the plate now for San Antonio, Ethan Salas.
Aye.
Impressive efficiency on the mound in this game. One out and the base is empty. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a foul ball. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. It's ball
That's a
one.
ball.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first, hustling for 2. To second, but
He's
way
safe.
too late. Safe there. Down in the count,
The
didn't
center
matter.
fielder,
Put a
number
great
14,
swing on it. Good job to
Joshua
stay back on that one and not
Mears.
roll over on it. Let it get deep in the zone, then drop the bat head on it and ripped it the other way for a knock. Now a pivotal at bat in this ballgame. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, making a move for the bullpen. Number 39 is done. Great performance on the mound in this one. Pretty stingy from start to finish. Back with the new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching. for
Righty
the
reliever
Travelers,
out of the pen, Will Klein.
Number
Trying to
35.
strand the runner at second.
Will Klein.
Joshua Mears, the next to hit. Swing and a rocket. Way back there. And you can forget it. A 2-run blast. And they slide in front in the 6th. It's 3-1.
Ants! Ow!
Not how you want to enter the game as a reliever. He left that one in a location that was too juicy for a hitter like this to pass up. Now he has to rebound and get right mentally for the next hitter he'll face. Next to hit for the Missions, Marcos Castañón. Next one's popped in the air into right. Makes the grab on the run.
Now batting, number 7.
The right fielder will hit next.
Ball.
Double-barreled action in the
Ball
bullpen.
one, no
Number
strike.
63, preparing to come on if needed. Danner getting cranked up as well. 2 runs in to score in the inning. And we're in the top half of the 6th. And fires in a heater at 95. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Just
Ball two.
missed.
2-2 the count.
Two outs and nobody aboard. This one in the air, center field. And that's the third out. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run homer. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. We're in the bottom of the
Leading
sixth.
off
Digging
for
in for the
Arkansas,
Travelers,
the
Nick
second
Dunn.
baseman, Nick Dunn.
Line drive. Hauls it in. One away. One of those plays that just goes to show that
Now
not
batting,
everything is within your
shortstop,
control on the baseball
Michael
field. Batter did
Arroyo.
everything right and still didn't get the hit. Sometimes that's how it goes. Arroyo stands at 5 feet 8 inches, only 20 years old, and he was born in Colombia. Sliced down the right side. The Travelers, down by a pair. Here in the bottom of the sixth.
Oh, my.
Close, doesn't get the call. One pitch, fouled away. In the air, right field. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Now the 1-2 pitch. Fly ball out to right. Reaching down, makes the catch.
Now batting, the first baseman, Hogan.
So digging in,
Windish.
Hogan Windish. clips the corner. 0-1. Out in front and foul to the left side. Pitcher steps off. Intentional walk coming here. 1 on now, and with 2 outs, they'll go after the next batter.
Now batting, the right
So a
fielder,
man on.
Lazaro.
The batter now, Lazaro Montes. This one the other way. Brings it in for the 3rd out. 1 runner left stranded, and this remains a 3-1 game.
Now.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th inning, and we have a new pitcher on the mound. Number 63. Manager playing the percentages here by bringing in the lefty arm against a left-handed batter. Coming up to the dish for San Antonio, Cole Roederer.
The designated hitter, Cole Roederer.
Up the middle. Done. Play is made. 1 gone.
Now batting, the 3rd baseman, Gendry Rojas.
Gendry Rojas now at the plate. Outfield pretty shallow here.
Ball 1.
That's in there. And the count is 1-1. And that's a 1-out single. Digging in for the missions, Nerwillian Cedeno. Drove it off the wall last time, just missed going yard.
That's a ball. 1-0.
Runner at first, 1 away.
Ball. 2-0.
That's a sneaky pitch right there, down 2-0. A lot of hitters will sit fastball in that count, so a changeup can be extra effective. 2-1 now. Base hit. Lead runner hits second and heads for third. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second now with one down. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily. Back-to-back singles, passing the baton. Got the center cut fastball and pounced on it. That thing was smoked. Now it's the shortstop, Leodalis DeVries.
Yeah! 0-1's the count.
Fly ball, right field. Labrada glides to the left. Got it. Runner tags at second. Here comes the throw. Moves up a base, so 2 away with runners at the corners. So after he moved up on the tag, we'll see if they can pay it off and bring him in to score. A lot of ways they can plate this run now. Now the left fielder, Albert Fabian. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout.
Ball.
Nice job to lay off the fastball inside. He made the right call.
Hey.
That's a hittable pitch, but not what he was looking for. Early in the count, it's okay to take that. Now a flare off the bat, and it drops in. Runner from third in to score. And they take a 3-run lead to first, and he scrambles back safely. Took a big turn there. Big at bat to pad their lead up to 3. Not the hardest line drive you'll ever see, but a hit is a hit. I'm sure he'd have preferred to square it up better, but he'll take the knock anyway. And here's the catcher, Ethan Salas. 1 for 3.
Ball 1.
Pitch
Ball,
misses,
that's outside.
and that's ball 2. Advantage to the hitter right now. He's got runners on and a friendly count, so he should be aggressive on this next pitch. Lefty from the stretch with runners on the corners. On the ground, right side. Play made. That ends the inning. Hope you had a good stretch at home, set for the last half of the 7th. Coming up to the dish for Arkansas, Jared Sundstrom. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 2. Ground ball up the middle. It's through for a hit. Off to a good start with the leadoff knock. Got the hitter down 0-2, but then put that pitch right over the middle, and he collected the single because of it.
Designated hitter, right wing, Thomas. Ryland Thomas getting ready to hit.
They're running out of opportunities in this one, so with the leadoff man aboard, they need to make sure they capitalize on this chance. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Jason Blanchard gives way. Great performance on the mound in this one, pretty stingy from start to finish. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now, pitching for
New
San
pitcher coming
Antonio,
on, Omar Cruz.
number 60, Omar Cruz.
That catches the zone for a strike. And that one fouled off. Next
Ball,
one
that's
misses. Ball one. Great job to lay off that one on 0-2. Those big looping curves are very tempting. Pitch is in the
Whoa,
dirt.
that's down.
Well, he got to the 2-strike count early, but the batter stayed patient and he didn't chase low and out of the zone. Pitcher might have to try something else to get him. The other way. Dumps one into left. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Now
Back-to-back
batting,
base
center
hits.
fielder,
I don't know
Victor
how he even made contact there, let alone barrel it up like that. That pitch was way outside. Some really impressive bat control for that laser. We'll see if they can build on this and capitalize on their momentum. So up next, Victor Labrada. That misses.
That's inside.
And that's ball one. Tying run waits at the plate. This
Ball
pitch
two.
misses, and the count is 2-0.
2-0.
Right through there for a strike. Grounder might be 2. On to first.
He's out.
Awesome play there.
Now batting, The third baseman, Joyner Fajardo.
Joyner Fajardo, the next to hit. 1 for 2. Tough lefty-lefty matchup here for the hitter. The best approach is to stay up the middle. Even if you're a little late, you can send an opposite field liner. Fouled off, he was late. And the tying run's at the plate. Lifted in the air to left, Fabian. Drops into the glove. Here comes the runner from third. Throw off line, runner scores. And they've cut it to a 2-run deficit. Nice team first approach on that sacrifice fly. Good attitude for any minor leaguer to emulate. Here's the catcher, Nick Raposo.
The catcher, Nick Raposo.
That one finds the zone. The Travelers with the tying run at the dish.
One and one.
This one's in the dirt. And it's a ball and a strike as the runner stays put. This one is labeled. Makes the grab. They limit the damage here. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left aboard. Looking ahead to inning number 8. San Antonio with the lead, 4-2.
Now pitching.
Welcome back,
Traveler,
and a new arm on the mound to start
number
the eighth,
65.
Hagen Danner. This game
Hagen.
is still pretty tight, so he has to give the bats a chance and keep it close.
Leading off
No
for
mistake
San
pitches.
Antonio, the center
Stepping to
fielder,
the plate
number
now for
14,
San Antonio, Joshua Mears. Already a homer for him in this one. Just missed.
Nope.
After those two pitches, it's clear he wants no piece of this batter. At the plate, he needs to stay patient and not chase something just to swing. The 2-0. Swings and flares it. Dunks one in, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
The first baseman, number 6, Marcos Castanon.
Next to hit for the Missions, Marcos Castañón.
Aye. Ball one.
Movement in the bullpen. Blas Castaño getting loose out there. Mears on at first, no outs. And there's a breaking ball that drops in. Smart to lay off that one. Most likely outcome would have been a double play ball. Got him.
3.
One gone. Coming up to the dish for San Antonio, number 7. 0 for 3. He's flown out 3 times.
Aye.
And that's outside. There's a strike.
2.
Pitch misses there, and the count is even, 2-2. Impressive that he didn't swing on that one. And now we're all filled up at 3-2. No room to walk this hitter, so I'd expect something fairly hittable. Set down on strikes. Back-to-back Ks.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Runner at first. Digging in for the Missions, Cole Roederer. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Bash down the right side, but foul. Swing and a drive. It bangs off. Throw cut off to third. And he's out. That ends the inning, but they do score a run here. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, no one left. We head to the bottom of the 8th. The Missions lead it 5-2. On to the The bottom of the 8th. Stepping to the plate for Arkansas, Nick Dunn. Now a very peculiar decision. They intentionally walk the leadoff hitter.
Now batting, the shortstop,
Michael Arroyo will hit next. Runner at first with nobody out. Outfielders will want to get the ball in quickly if it gets past the infield. Keep them from going first to third. Took a little too long on the mound, and the umpire rules it's an automatic ball. Fly ball to center. And that falls for a base hit. Lead runner holds up there at first and second with nobody out. You'll take a hit no matter how it comes. Still raises the batting average. So frustrating for the pitcher. Executed well, jammed the hitter, but he still managed to muscle a knock to the outfield. Great hitting. This next at bat looms very large. Stepping in, Hogan Windish. Fouled off down the right side. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Check swing, now a look down to first. And yes, the bat broke the plane. The Missions leading by 3 here in the bottom half of the 8th. Liner to left. Makes the catch. And there's one down.
Now batting, the right fielder, Lazaro Montes.
Now it's the right fielder, Lazaro Montes. Definitely wants to avoid hitting an easy bouncer here. A grounder in the infield should be an inning-ending double play. On the ground, right side. That's out number 2.
The left fielder, number 32, Jared.
Now, Jared Sundstrom. Corner infielders guard the lines. They're trying to keep extra bases at bay. He didn't start his windup before the pitch timer expired, and it's an automatic ball. 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position. Right side, hard hit. There in plenty of time, ends the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, 2 left on base. Through 8 full. The Missions out in front, 5-2.
Now
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Blas Castaño coming into a game trailing by a small margin, and so his job will be to keep it within reach for the offense. Rojas stands in now and watches strike one.
0-1.
Challenge pitch right down Main Street, and he got the take, so he's ahead 0-1. Nice pitching. Here comes the 0-1. He didn't like either of the first two he saw, and now he has to battle down 0-2. Ripped into the outfield, and it stays fair. Around first, hustling for two. Goes to second, back safely as he took a turn for third there. And he's put together quite a game at the plate. Great job to step through that and line it the other way for a knock. That's the kind of thing hitters work on consistently, and he's turning that work into in-game success. Now at the plate, Nerwillian Cedeno. Here's a grounder up the middle. Handles. Ball comes home, and he is dead at the plate.
Now batting, number 94.
So a runner aboard. Next to hit for the Missions, Leodalis de Vries. On the ground to first, Windish. To second for one.
Out.
And it's a double play to end the inning. So it's no runs, 2 hits, no errors, no one left. 6, 7, and 8 hitters scheduled to start the bottom of the ninth. San Antonio with the lead, 5-2. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Digging in for the Travelers, Ryland Thomas.
Yeah.
That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. Struck the batter out looking. And the leadoff batter set down here in the ninth. He's 2 outs away. And now the center fielder, Victor Labrada. And immediately fires a strike to the left-handed batter. The 0-1 offering. That one pushed to the left and foul. One down. Base is empty here in the ninth. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Out.
Out.
2 gone after the strikeout.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Next up for the Travs, Yoiner Fajardo.
Fajardo.
Just took too long to recognize that one was going to land in the zone. Great work with that big bender. The 0-1. Sky to left, and this should do it. Gets under it for the out, and that's your ball game. And the final score, 5-2. For our entire outstanding crew here at the show, I'm Ben Gelman. Thanks for tuning in.
Wow, what a night for the San Antonio Missions as they take Game 5 of the 6th game set here at All-American Ballpark. Well, Bob and I are broadcasting to you live from San Antonio here in the booth. And boy, what a night it's been. Our home team has been watching these ball games on our big screen monitor. And gotta say, a pretty good night there for our San Antonio boys taking on the Arkansas Travelers. Well, Bob, gotta say, fun evening, and yep, one more game in Arkansas starting tomorrow afternoon at 1:05. And after that, we are back home to take on the Midland Rockhounds in a 6-game set. Then it is on a Road 6 to Amarillo right after that. Yeah, I got to say, John, really good night for San Antonio. They picked up their 28th of the season, and they are now 28-22, taking on the Travelers in this game, and still leading down by just a game and a half against the Frisco Rough Riders and the Midland Rockhounds. And got to say, that's pretty good. Yep, for sure. Well, Arkansas, 3rd place in 25. They're 25 even, and win and losses they will tie up against Wichita, Springfield, and Northwest Arkansas at 26 wins apiece. So that's pretty good. I mean, fair and decent on top of that. But no, we did not count the final from Amarillo. Frisco Rough Riders may have the 30th of the night, but we will go back and check on that as well. They were in the lead of 11-7 earlier on. So we will check on that ball game. And yep, Frisco has claimed the 30th win in Amarillo. So they are still first place winners, reaching 31st. And Amarillo now 20-29. So now it's still a 2.5 game lead that San Antonio is following. Midland a game and a half. Amarillo 8.5. And Corpus Christi 10.5 games back to the first place position in the Texas League South. But we look at Tulsa being down in last place. They're 3.5 against Arkansas and Wichita, and they're 4.5 against the Springfield Cardinals and Northwest Arkansas. And so far, pretty good on that. Well, our last broadcast of the 6-game set is tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. So make sure you guys join in. Also, first day of June as we get set for that as well. So hope you guys are super excited for the third month of baseball season, which that will go tomorrow, and so far pretty good on that. So anyway, hope y'all had a great night, but let's go over your runs, hits, and errors. First for the victorious San Antonio Missions, picking up win number 28. They're 28-22 here in North Little Rock, Arkansas. So let's go 5 runs, 12 hits, no errors for San Antonio. For Arkansas, 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. Yendry Rojas takes the player of the game, Jason Blanchard, with the win for San Antonio on the mound. And the loss would go to Brandon Schaefer as he gets the L for Arkansas. And yep, so far it was not a good night for the Travelers, but evidently tomorrow they will see if they could pick up a win to close out the series finale and the baseball week. For the San Antonio Mission fans, don't forget that Bob and I are back on Tuesday, June 3rd, as we get set for a 6-game homestand taking on Midland, the Rockhounds from West Texas, the Permian Basin. And, yeah, so far going to be a pretty good day tomorrow. Anyway, don't forget it's off day on Monday, so that is a road travel. So San Antonio is heading home after tomorrow's game with Arkansas. Well, we've had a pretty good week here in North Little Rock, and then it is back going home to our state of Texas. And so far, pretty good on that. Well, go ahead and give you your times. Do believe that 8 ball clubs will start at exactly 1:05. Corpus Christi and Midland, Tulsa and Wichita, Frisco and Amarillo, and San Antonio and Arkansas. Northwest Arkansas and Springfield will start at 7:05, so that only means that it will be one of them days. Well, let's go ahead and give you ball clubs for Tuesday. We've got Arkansas at Corpus Christi, Amarillo at Tulsa, Midland at San Antonio, Springfield at Frisco, Wichita at Northwest Arkansas. So, pretty good right there, and so far, a pretty good lineup for the Tuesday week of our 6-game sets in the Texas League. Well, anyway, for all of us, we hope y'all had a fun time at the ballpark, and we'll see y'all again tomorrow. So have a good night, everybody.